There's a lot of wrestling retirements. There's a lot of ways that people go out, and you're right, Hot Dog. It's so important to go out with a bang. And sometimes going out with a bang doesn't necessarily mean going out in the most impactful, memorable way. To me, there's two retirements that have really been perfect for specific characters. Both of them, by the way, WrestleMania retirements, which are rare. Legitimate retirements happening at WrestleMania, they don't happen that often. One of them I'm talking about, you're probably already guessing it, Hot Dog, WrestleMania 19, the last match of Stone Cold Steve Austin. First question.
Right, yeah.
Yes. This is a question that everybody has, Hot Dog, when you talk about that match is, did Austin do it right? I mean, to this day, I believe people are still asking for one more match from Stone Cold Steve Austin. He didn't have a big ceremony. He didn't even announce it was his last match. We didn't even realize it was his last match until years later, and we were like, oh, he hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania 19. Hot Dog, do you think that that's how you go out in the world of sports entertainment? Do you think that Stone Cold Steve Austin did it right?
Maybe not for every character, but for Stone Cold, definitely for sure. I don't think Stone Cold's career I don't think you ended with a huge, celebration on Monday Night Raw the next night. I think you ended with like that awesome rivalry with like The Rock, and then just have him, fade into the sunset.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a cowboy. He took his guns to town. He lost finally at the OK Corral. It was the third match that he had with The Rock. He had beaten at WrestleMania, of course. He had beaten The Rock at 2 WrestleManias prior, 15 and 17. They get to WrestleMania 19. The Rock finally gets that victory over Stone Cold Steve Austin. He whispers those mystery words into the ears of the Texas Rattlesnake, and that's the way he goes out. And I really do agree with you. I think that for a lot of characters, that's not how you want to see him go out. For a lot of characters, you want the big ceremony, and we'll talk about some of those retirements on the show, but I think for Stone Cold Steve Austin, ultimately, the character, the man, everything about him is about putting wrestling first, putting sports entertainment first, putting the WWE first. Everything about Stone Cold Steve Austin has always been business. Even the character Stone Cold Steve Austin, it's business. That's why he doesn't get emotional over stuff. That's why he just goes out there and he whoops ass, because that is the business that he's in. So when it comes to a point where he cannot compete at the highest level anymore, he doesn't drop down a couple pegs. He doesn't let that candle melt all night long until there's nothing left. He just lets it simply burn out. And that's exactly, out like that before you even knew he was gone, how we want to say goodbye to Stone Cold Steve Austin.